Now that we have the practice of removing a 4.7 Dodge engine from old Rusty, and then we decided to make Smokey our project vehicle, let's do it again. We need to remove the engine, so without further ado, here we go.
Technology Bob, yeah, that's his name. Teaching DIY is his favorite game.
What I'm going to do first is we are going to, the radiator coolant is here. My understanding is that there is a drain plug on the bottom. We're going to locate that. We're going to find something to put the fluid in. There's very little oil inside the engine, so we're not going to worry about that. All right. Now, if you can see the top there, all right, that tool is on where the drain plug is, so we'll have to figure out how to untwist it to get it to start. I have a bucket. I'm not sure exactly where to run. I'll have to put it over here. But on the right hand side, down the side of the radiator, clear at the bottom where I just showed you, is where we have to turn it. I am not really sure how to get my fat hands down in there. So, because I'm taking the bumper off, I'm going to remove the bumper first. I'm pulling the engine. And the bumper is only a few screws on the side and a couple here. Alright. So I'm going to do that. Alright. I started removing the bumper. I pulled the 2 bolts out here and 2 bolts out here. Alright. Along to the side here. These, I don't think they're attached. This rubber thing is not attached to anything. But underneath there is a splash guard. Let me get you down in here. There's a splash guard that I think may be hooked to the bumper. This thing. It looks like it's stapled. To be honest with you. So we're going to unstaple that. Alright. This does have staples, but it was held in by Christmas tree fasteners. This, not only this cover, but this plastic cover that's hooked to the bumper. I didn't remove the staples. I did remove the Christmas tree fasteners. I really don't have an easy way or know of a way besides just destroying them and putting new ones in. If somebody can comment below on another way, let me know. Thanks. The bumper's off. I did have to unplug the fog lights on each side, but it was just really 4 bolts and then Christmas tree fasteners along the bottom that was holding it in. This light has a boo-boo. Somebody tried to fix it with zip ties. Alright, now that we have this bumper off, we can see where that drain plug is. I don't think I think I have a hose I'm going to hook on here so I can get it in the bucket. But one thing I do want to point out here is that when you take things off, like this is the front bumper bolts, but it's rope front bumper. That way we'll be able to easily find them when we're putting it back together. Find a hose that we push on there. So we're gonna try to turn it now. Might not even be able to turn it now. Well, there ain't much water in there, I guess. I was all worried for nothing, I think. All right, we have it coming out a little faster now. It's still coming out pretty slow. I don't think there's a lot of water in there. I think there's some, but I don't know. Maybe that's why there's a problem. Maybe it got overheated. These are prone for overheating. The first thing, okay, one of the first things we're going to do is on this particular engine, I am actually going to completely disassemble the top end of it. I'm going to pull the heads off when it's in the vehicle. Unlike the other one, I know this one's junk. It's not going back in there. I actually want to go through it, tear it down, just in case I have to fix something in the future on one of these engines. I'm going to use this as a learning opportunity for myself, Nikolai, and you. Primarily you. So, let's get started. I have the consistent camera going, but when I get into details, I will bring you in this close-up camera. What we're going to do, we're going to remove the intake, not the breather stuff first. The battery, of course. We don't want to blow anything up. So we're gonna remove this marine battery. We actually have the original battery for it. It's only a year old, and it held a charge. Everything good. It's just we just didn't put it back in there. So let me first remove the battery, and then we'll go and start removing other stuff. Nick is removing this battery. We're going to look at this breather type stuff. Looks like a 10 millimeter there, down in there. 10 millimeter here. There is a bracket here and another 10 millimeter over there. So I'll go get a 10 millimeter ratchet and we'll get that out of there. And I'll show you part of where the air filter goes off. And look at how dirty that is. That kind of needs changed. Also, got stuck here a little bit. That this right here is, even though 10 millimeter wrench goes on it, it pulls right off. The rubber piece goes over it and pulls right off. All right, we got all the plastic off here. Now let's see what else we want to take off. I don't know if we can get at the bolts down here yet or not. I think there's 3 down along the side here to hold this tank on. We might want to pull off them radiator hoses first, and maybe that battery, I don't know, that I remember from Rusty, that's something to get out, so maybe we'll avoid that. Okay, let me look down in here and I'll bring you back. To get at these screws, I'm gonna have to remove the radiator hose. I may need to remove that clutch fan, but I don't have tools coming until later today. They were supposed to be here yesterday. I'll go ahead and remove that hose. Plans, before I remove that hose, I can't really get at it with anything. I'm going to remove this cross piece here. And that should allow it, if I remember right from the other truck, it'll lean forward a little bit. So I'll be able to get at stuff. Well, let's try that. Alright. The guy said this front end got hit by a deer or something, and it looks like the bracket for the radiator is broke, so we might have to rust another part off of Rusty. Well, that's what it's for. I'm not so sure. Does that look bent? we got this part over there too. Again, Christmas tree fasteners. This is how I usually deal with them. You get behind them and pull them out. All right. You get a cheap pair of pliers like this, and get behind it like that, and pull them out. And you're gonna have to buy new ones if you want to put them in there, back in there. There's no way that I know of to save them, but I'm not. So I don't know for sure. Things off. It appears the tank may only be held in by a couple screws, one on this side and one on that side. I will get a wrench on them and we'll see. What it was there was a bolt right here, right, and a bolt right there. There you go, right here. Them two come out, and then that just picked up. It's set into these tabs down there. Tabs. So what we'll do is we'll finish unbolting this middle fan. I'll unbolt the middle fan. Get the cross piece out. This piece out. All right, and we'll open up this. I'm hoping that we can just lay some of the stuff over there. These are all hard lines to I don't know. We'll see. Might have to get new Freon in it. Kind of looks like from getting hit that cross piece was bent. The radiators hit a little bit. We have other parts, so when we put this back, we will put the best parts on there. In fact, I mean, I took a picture of all the parts we pulled off so we could sell them after we get it running. And that's not one I took a picture of because I actually suspected there might be some issues there. Anyhow, we have the top bracket off here, right? Now I'm gonna remove this. This would be, there's one bolt down here. Oh, look at that bolt there. Can you see that bolt down in there? It's down right where my finger is. Can you see? Down in there is a bolt. And the other one over here on this side, I don't know. It's back up in there. The bracket back up in there. It's a, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So we'll get that off. Point something out here. This fan. Bent. The fan's all bent. I have no clue what this truck was through, but we're gonna put a new heart in it. Okay, what Nick's doing now, Nick is getting, we're gonna put some tips of rubber all out. Yeah, see, you know, we tried to drain it earlier. Doesn't do much good, does it? Alright, so what's next? I think we will start unbolting things from the engine. Maybe the air conditioner, air compressor, and get some of these hoses off here. I just took off the serpentine belt and I forgot to show it. How you do that is, first of all, you have to have this loose, the middle bolt here, and then this turns up and down. If you take like a 15mm wrench, this will go up and down. There's on a spring there, and that keeps tension in there. And once you get it tight, then you tighten it back up. So, to remove the alternator, got a bolt here, got a bolt here, here and back here, and that should just pull off. There's also a plug in the back. All right, I'll pull that off and bring it back on. What I've done is I removed the air conditioner, and that took 3 bolts. One here, one back there, 2 15s in front, and 1 13 in the back, and it just comes out of there. I also removed the cooling lines that go to the heater core back to there, and I don't know what that drain plug was doing, but it sure didn't get any water out of there. I'm sure you probably supposed to pump it or something like that. So now I'll just keep whittling away at this. I think I'll come over here and remove the power steering pump. That would require 1, 2, 3 bolts. All right. So yeah, I'll bring you back in as we see progress coming. All right. Get too far. Well, showing people some stuff. These right here, these coils, you push the little pin here and then pull it off. All right. And then we'll run 10 millimeter screw or bolt to get at the spark plugs. But then I'll bring it back in and show you how to get the injector stuff apart. Disconnect the fuel injectors. There is see if I can see it, a red slider that you slide up, and they probably sell a tool. They probably sell a tool for this, but I've been using just a screwdriver, and they'll go back together. A screwdriver, pop it up, and then you squeeze it at the top. Squeeze it at the top there, and then pull it off. All right, that's all you got to do to that. And how you unhook the fuel line is it will not pull out, of course. You have to have a special tool that pushes it up in there and releases it. I got this at Harbor Freight with a kit for a whole bunch of different sizes for a couple bucks. Not sure why that ain't coming off. Have to do the top first, I guess. All right. Take our little tool and we get it on there. Not the easiest thing to get on there. Oh, this one ain't. They have some that are separated. This has been used once, so. And if you can see that, you're gonna push it up. Push it up, and it's supposed to just pull off, and it does. So that's how you remove the fuel line. Okay, push it up and pull it off. So get the little tool. Hard afraid. Get the injectors out. There's 8 millimeter screws here. And once you get them loose, you pry them up. Now the whole rail, I'll show you. This is what they are. This just pries up, all right? And usually, I mean, dirty, I mean, if I was saving this, I would have never done that. There's gonna be dirt down in that head. So yeah, it's these fit. So yeah, we'll start in the middle, back and forth until we get it off. 10 millimeter. All right, I'm gonna take the oil fill thing off. There's looks like 4 8 millimeter bolts. We'll pull that off. I did get the mouse nest out of there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pull the fan before I take the heads off. I don't know. There's a timing chain in there, so let's just start digging into it. We'll document it as we go. We're not saving this. This is actually learning. I don't think this engine's gonna look real good inside. I just took the oil thing off, as I mentioned. I don't know if you can see that. And there is a big puddle down there at the bottom of hard oil. It don't look much better in here. So I'm anticipating a lot of sludge in there. But we'll see. Wrench coming. I don't have anything that'll fit that. I don't want to bend it. But I think I might be able to get that off by just removing the front of that water pump. I'm gonna try that. So I'm gonna go get a 15 millimeters and we're gonna try all that. Bring you back later. I went ahead and removed the water pump. All right. Now I'm gonna remove the harmonic balancer, and I should be able to get access to the. After I get this off there, we should be able to have access to the timing chains, I think. See, I'm not sure. Harmonica. I got the harmonica balance off. I marked it. Make sure you mark them, even though there's a slot there. Make sure you mark them. It's just easier. I usually spray paint them, but on this one it's not going back together, so it doesn't really matter. I will be taking the cover off with the 15 millimeter bolts, and we'll pop it off and we'll get a look at that timing chains, I guess. I think there's 3. I don't know. I have to look. I don't remember. I got all the bolts out, I think. Pop it off. It ain't coming off. I guess it doesn't want to come off. Oh, that ain't right. That's not good. You know what they say? You just get a bigger hammer. Maybe we can pry it a little bit here. Almost like I'm missing a bolt. I missed this one. This one. If it was a snake, it would have hit me. Let me pull that out. Now we got it here. Got the last bolt out. Let's see what we got here. Ta-da! Timing stuff. Take a look at that. Alright. Now let's figure out how to get them heads off. The one side. It looks pretty bad. Raceway is pretty bad. But the oil smells really I know I didn't take the cam out correctly, so that's why I didn't show it. I'm more eager to see. I don't know if you can see it now. There's a hole in the side of that block. Right down in there. Huge hole. I'm just curious to see it. Let's see how the pistons is. We did find one of the spark plugs were broke over here. So I don't know, maybe it misfired and did something. But yeah. Get at the exhaust manifold bolts and get them cut. See. I had to remove this plastic wheel well and make sure we get it ripped. We'll get her back on there right. Alright, now it's time to remove the head. I'm back. I got the head off. Not correctly. I don't really care. You can see that hole inside the block there. Right. This will actually, one of the reasons that I wanted to do this mainly is not only do I want to see the engine, but I also don't want to fight these bolts. I want everything out of the way to take it out, and when I put the new one back in, I'll be able to hook it up fresh, so I won't have to fight anything. So I will pull this head off tomorrow. It's getting late. I haven't ate all day. I'm going to get this head off tomorrow. And then we will unbolt the transmission. We'll pull the block out, the short block out.
And then we will prepare it. We will have to put brakes on there. Prepare it for the new engine. While we are preparing this for the new engine, we will be doing like a little more than a Craigslist rebuild on this. Well, first of all, I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to hose it off. I'm going to get it really clean. I a video earlier. I know I'll have it part of this. I looked inside the pan. It wasn't that bad. We will pull the intake before. We'll clean this up. We'll pull the intake. The intake's broke on this. But we will make it look nice. Pull the exhaust manifolds off. We'll get it looking pretty sharp. Now, hopefully it'll run. I was told it would. It turns over. I don't hear any noise. That don't mean nothing. I guess if it doesn't, I'll get pretty good at this, right? So, alright. I am going to call it a day. I'm going to clean up. I got a mess. I'm going to clean up. And I'll see you in the morning.